It's your favorite compas, and we are back with another edition of Compas on the Beat. On this episode, we have our quick recap of Monday Night Football matchup between Dan and Daygo's Eagles and Gilberto's Chiefs, plus our takeaways from Week 11. We also have our usual segments, NFL Power Rankings, Burial of the Week, Una Mas, and this week on Avocado Roast, in honor of Thanksgiving, we give our favorite holiday movie to watch with our families. Which reminds me, Gilberto, do you have a question for our viewers and or listeners?
Yes, I do. We just watched Monday Night Football, and I'm very agitated. For a second, I went with the Bengals, and then Joe Burrow got hurt, and I went back to the old faithful Chiefs, and then I watched them drop 80,000 balls on Monday Night Football, and I give up. So here's the engagement question of the week: Will the Chiefs
Week.
repeat as champions? I say hell no. So that would be my preview for this episode. But let me know. Do you think the defense is enough? You think Mahomes will have some magic? You think Marquez Valdez-Scantling will have some stickum on his gloves come the postseason, or Justin Watson as well, or even Travis Kelce? He went to go party with Taylor Swift and then had a couple of fumbles and a drop. But yeah, let me keep on venting about the Chiefs here. I'm sure Dan Day is going to enjoy it. But that is the engagement question of the week. Will the Chiefs repeat as champions? If you're on audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave a review, and then make your way over to YouTube for the comment.
Somebody that would love to answer that question is Dan and Daygo. So let's go to him now.
Welcome, one. Welcome all to another glorious Wednesday. You already know what it is. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, I know that voice. I know who that is. I know what program he's on. You're thinking to yourself, it's Dan and Daygo. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Because not only is today Wednesday, not only is today one day closer to the weekend, not only is it hump day, but it is the day your favorite program, Compas on the Beat, drops a new episode. You already know what it is. You already know what we're getting into. We're getting into all the week's takeaways from the NFL. Shout out, we get into it. We got our power rankings, which I'm sure is going to piss off a lot of people, but shout out to all you for listening. Make sure you get in those comments. Let that stooge, that scumbag, know how wrong he is and how much of a curse he is to everyone's favorite team. Shout out to all of you. We also get into our avocado roast, our burials, what. You already know we do it all here. So shout out for all you for making the right decision on your Wednesday and tuning into the program. But anyway, I know what you're all telling me. Enough of the dilly-dally, Dan, and they go, let's get with the program. So all the way from across the hallway, play the music, Nando.
Welcome to Gomez on the Beat. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Chargers for the Sporting Tribune. With me, as always, my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano, who covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated. What's up, bro?
What's up, Fernando? Just got back from Oklahoma, the wedding for Victor and Megan. Congrats to them again. And I come back, and the AFC is just a big old mess. Joe Burrow hurt. Mark Andrews hurt for the Ravens. The Bills are kind of sneaking their way up. The Chiefs can't catch a ball. Hey, maybe those Broncos looking nice right now for a game winning streak, Fernando. That's how wild the AFC is right now. Oh.
Brown, let's have a moment of silence. You could look at him. He's so frustrated. He's so sad. But who said this, Frown? Let us know. Who's been saying this?
You've been saying it since Mahomes got drafted.
Guy, I don't know how many more times I have to tell you. I don't know how many more times I have to tell you. Andy Reid can't be out there catching the ball and doing everything.
Vic, the producer, congratulations. We all wanted to be on to congratulate you.
Shout out
on getting married, on walking down the aisle. How was that? How was your wedding?
Oh man, it was awesome. It was it was an emotional last week there, just trying to get to it, and then when it happened, it just seemed to go really fast. And I enjoyed it. It was great. I cried a lot. It was great to be there with people, with friends, people, loved ones. It was a great time, to be honest.
So did the camera person come up and, like, when they said Victor, do you take Megan to be your awfully wedded wife? And then, like, were you standing there
The
kind of
dramatic music in the pause.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then they
No.
scan to
Crypto
Gilberto's
promo.
face.
No.
Gilberto with a Modelo.
Yeah, he's like,
I
I'm just glad, honestly, it ran so smooth because I don't want to say who, but someone on this program has a little bad juju all around him.
Oh
Just
yeah.
little bit of dark black magic, and he's an ultimate curse. So I'm glad everything went well. Nothing went awry. Not everyone was there who needed to be there. I'm glad everything ran smoothly. I was worried about the curse going out there.
So it didn't rain at all. Everything was good.
No, actually,
No hurricanes.
It was supposed to
Tornadoes, come on,
Tornadoes,
man.
yeah, my bad. Tornadoes, yeah, my bad.
and there was like we kept looking. They said it might be cold. We got lucky. Like we got sun, and so we had a great time taking pictures. So it worked out. I mean, and then over here, Mr. Guy with a great speech there too.
Oh, you
yeah.
gave a speech?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was open mic, and Mr. Gilbert over here killed it.
You're welcome. One buzz on the beat. Can you imagine
record this?
Can you imagine Gilbert from 3 years ago giving a speech?
Did someone record? How drunk were you when you did this?
Actually, I wish I had a couple of beers, but they weren't serving the open bar until after the speeches.
You were smart.
Damn.
Vic, I've been to a wedding where they did it before, and the guy's like, he told me that if I didn't do a good job, he wouldn't invite me to his next wedding.
Yeah, after
And
the
then everybody's kind of like, and then he's like, my bad, this thing must not be on. He said that if I, and then everybody's like, oh, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, I didn't do all that, but I did kind of. I was trying to.
Yeah, but it was
embellish-
inebriated.
I was trying to embellish a story, and I pulled the Carissa Thompson where I was like making up a story, and then I was like, you know what? Scratch that. I'm paraphrasing just to kind of put the record out there because she got in my head, and I wanted to make my story a little better. But you know what? I'm a paraphrase, and I caught myself, and it made people laugh because I was like just thinking out loud, like I shouldn't say this right now.
Yeah. That was wow.
I hope it's recorded. I need a copy of this.
I don't know.
Honestly.
It is.
See Gilberto public speaking.
Yeah, we'll get it once. We did hire a videographer.
Dan, you
so-
know what I heard? That he
Wow.
supposedly grabs. He was like the little kid in Big Daddy, and he went and grabbed sunglasses and a cowboy hat, and he said, "All right, I'm gonna channel my inner Dan and Daygo." And
Exactly.
that's how he was able
Yeah,
to do
that's where I
it.
got my
Electrified.
I needed some kind of courage without the beer, so I think about that. But by the way, a quick story. There was a lot of pressure on me because Alonso actually had a good speech as well. So he set the bar pretty high, and he had a really risky joke by saying, "I would not travel to Oklahoma for anybody else but you two," and the people loved it.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Wow!"
They have
crap
to
it on the
know,
city.
Yeah, they
Or
have
the
to know
state.
it's flyover state. That's
You know
WWE
what? It was-
101.
It was probably like in Guess Who, you know, when Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher, he's like, "Why do you love her?" And he gives him the speech, and then when Bernie Mac goes to ask for forgiveness, he gives Ashton Kutcher's speech.
Oh,
and
yeah,
and Ashton Kutcher's like, "Hey, nice speech. I wish I would have thought of it." He's like, "When you're a man in love, you know how to speak."
It was a great joke by him. I liked it. It was bold though.
Wow, well,
Yeah.
that's awesome. It was nice to see all the pictures too, and good to see that Gilbert was able to take a couple pictures at least.
Yeah, I did a couple. They had a photographer out there, so I'm glad that they held it down. That guy we had like a men's locker room, by the way, where we were getting
I
ready.
knew it.
Actually, that guy, the video guy, was from Kansas City, and he's a big Chiefs fan. So I wonder what he's
What a
thinking about right now.
loser. He probably
you
messed
think
this
Bond
up
it quickly
so
off
bad.
Do you think him and Gilbert were like talking about Mahomes?
Yeah,
They're
like,
like-
oh,
Yeah,
he's
they
awesome.
were.
He's great. He's
Don't
awesome.
you just love Mahomes? Every time he wipes his ass, it's a perfect technique. I love it. I
Hey,
wish
Dad,
you would throw me a ball.
you could talk all you want, Dad, but today was not Mahomes' fault at all. Okay.
Oh, it's not Mahomes' fault?
No
Oh,
way.
you're right. You're right. Travis Kelce had a turnover in the red
There
zone.
you go. There you go.
You're right. You're right.
Crap on that
Travis
guy.
Kelce threw a pick. Andy Reid threw a pick.
All right, fine. One pick. Okay, fine.
Oh. Andy
Which
Reid was overthrowing receivers or no?
No, it was a one mistake. All right, we'll get into it.
Oh.
Who tried to help them, Dan?
I just want
Who tried to
something
help
for the
them?
record. I want something for the record. The amount of excuses we make for Patrick Mahomes, who has everything, is unbelievable to me. But I defend my boy, the son of Odin, the god of lightning, and all of a sudden I'm a homer. That's just unbelievable to me. When he has every obstacle in his way.
I don't know, Dan. You might not be a homer because I saw the comments on What's Up Boat, and somebody said you guys are dumb for bashing on Justin Herbert. What are you guys doing on your show?
No. That guy's
what we
idiot.
did? This is what we did. Hold on. Watch this. Dan, you're it's all your quarterback's fault. He did terrible, huh? He's
Herbert's
the problem.
Herbert's the
sarcasm. Nobody got it.
Clearly sarcasm. I commented on that. I could tell this is your first time watching this show. Look at previous episodes. All I said was he has to understand his release point is so low, he can't throw when pressure's up the middle. They'll bat it down too easily. He needs to move or change his release point. That's all I said. And all of a sudden, I'm the biggest Herbert hater. Unbelievable. It was asinine.
Well, let's
Son
get
of
into
Odin. I love him.
Vic again. Congratulations.
Shout out.
So happy for you guys. By the way, Dan, guess what I heard about the wedding?
What?
Gilbert gave him a free subscription to SI for the year. That was his wedding gift.
Wow. Generous. What a scumbag.
I don't even know how much it costs nowadays, but it can be a lot. But yeah.
Hey, was Alberto the guy walking around before, while you're standing up there by yourself? Was he walking around taking gambling odds? Was he running the racket?
I'll be honest. He came in. I was in there, just like you said, I was in the locker room there, just like mentally thinking about how I was gonna go about my vows and talking about it. And he came in and he gave me a good pep talk. So he was a really good friend.
Beaches, pep talks. Holy crap!
What'd he say? When you feel nervous up there, just think about Patrick Mahomes and how he never gets nervous.
Yeah.
He never gets nervous.
Two-time Super Bowl champion, all right?
Dude, you know what's funny? You know what makes me laugh, seriously? The way you all defend him. Joe Buck after the game.
About the wedding now.
You know what Joe Buck said after the game tonight? You know what he said? They didn't win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs still won the Super Bowl.
I did catch up. There's no choker here, but
what a loser. What a loser. And even then, you could put a little star on that freaking Super Bowl. I've seen it. I got my eyes.
And one more thing for me, for my great weekend as a hero of this.
Did you try biscuits and gravy?
Oh no, I messed up there. Oh, okay.
You're an idiot.
We'll give you one quick more points for me. I brought the tequila bottle for our table, and everybody started gathering around, taking shots. That was a good time. Your family too, Vic. So that was pretty cool. Yep. But then I did not. I wish I had the biscuits and gravy, but I did have an experience where I felt like I went back to 1953. The Brahms ice cream parlor that you recommended, Vic, they had burgers there, and when I walked in, like I felt like it was
a diner.
Yeah, but like from the throwback, we get ice cream, and I definitely me and Caroline became the first two minorities to walk through, besides Victor.
There we go. There we go. He couldn't just tell us the place was nice.
No,
there we go.
No, but you know what? It felt a little out of place, but then we're trying to fit in, and we ordered our drinks, and when me and Caroline got excited for the shake, like, oh, you got shakes here? We got really excited. They're like, oh, these people are cool, and it felt like we bonded off our excitement for shakes.
White liberal women were like, whoa, relax, please. What can we do to help? Do you know what a burger is?
Somebody dropped their burger when I walked in.
Dude, I had a party foul like that like 2 weeks ago at Costco. So the lady gives me my hot dog, and it's in that stupid bag now. So I swing this way and I drop the hot dog, and there's like a crowd, and everybody just goes, "Aww." I was like, yeah. And this guy's like, "Go get another one. Tell them here, I'll go with you." And I'm like, "No, it's cool. No.
Thanks, Dad.
His hot dog." He's like, "He's dropped his hot dog." Person.
What a mess.
He's probably like, this fatty needs his hot dog. He needs something to go with. Yeah, I did need that hot dog, but.
You know what's funny though? God, I feel out of place in LA every time I go, dude. It feels terrible. So I get what you're talking about right there.
Oh, yeah?
So always.
What was your favorite meal from Oklahoma?
Trying to think.
Country fried steak. You had to have gotten country fried steak.
No, we didn't. I think all we ate was actually, surprisingly, that you were right, Victor. I was very skeptical. That Mexican restaurant Caesar's was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh wow!
And I played it so safe that I just wanted to get tacos. You can't mess up tacos, and I actually enjoyed the beans and rice. The meat, pretty good. Yeah, I did. I should have tried it a little more, and I know everybody there was Mexican and they speak Spanish. I should have given them the benefit of the doubt. But I was thinking when we were there, I'm like, this is probably the first time they've seen this many Mexicans at the
Oh
restaurant.
yeah.
Fattest, remember when we tried Mexican food in Indiana?
Dude, I
How
felt
was
bad
that?
for that waitress. I felt you as a Mexican or a Mexican American or whatever you want, a Hispanic American from Hispanic descent, whatever you want. There's one thing I know. I don't know diddly squat about the kitchen, but I can tell how good food's gonna be based on the tortilla. And this tortilla was those thick, like
She was like, "Where are you guys visiting from?" And we're
yeah.
like, "San Diego." She's like, "Ooh, this actually might not be the place for you guys."
Really?
She's like,
And then she
please,
comes by. She's
please
like, "What
be
you guys
kind
think?"
to us. Yeah.
Yeah, she was really nice. So Dan and I were, "Oh, so good, really good." And then I'm like, "Oh, can I get some pozole?" She's like, "Oh yeah," and it comes out and it had beans in it, and I was like, "What is
What
this?"
is-
Like,
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
the
like,
little granitos. That was the
it
bean?
had that. It had beans and it had like pulled pork, and I was kind of like,
Dude, the
I was like, you guys
burritos.
don't have, and I was like, you guys don't have oreja trompa. She's like, no, we don't use
Trompo?
that. And
What
I'm
is
like, "Oh."
trompo?
I'm like, all right, like, yeah, sorry. So
Yeah,
it was,
it was not like it was crazy, dude. Like
yeah,
especially
was
like we
crazy.
thought burritos, like you'd be able to like eat them or whatever, but it came out super drenched. It was just really weird. I was like, it was
Yeah,
way
like
too
here
heavy,
they make
too.
you eat it with like a fork, and a knife, and I was
and
like,
everything. Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather drench it myself with salt.
For
And then the
now,
salsa
our
was whack.
Midwestern pioneer over there, our Midwestern lad.
Grab a spoon. So real quick, when the hell's the next time you're going to be in Oklahoma and you didn't try biscuits and gravy?
I know. Well, I don't know. Maybe Victor and Megan give me a reason to go back again.
I have a
don't know.
buddy in Oklahoma. I'm trying to go out there one of these days.
No, you're not going to leave.
It wasn't bad. I liked it though.
But all right, let's get now to the Monday Night Football game. The Chiefs and the Eagles, 21-17. This was a little bit more of a defensive matchup than anything else. Mahomes, 24 of 43, 177, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Jalen Hurts, 14 of 22, 150, 1 interception. He did have 12 carries for 29 yards and 2 touchdowns. But obviously the big talk here was about the defensive matchup. They said during the game that the Chiefs are the worst offense in the second half. They averaged 5.9 points in the second half. They scored 0 points today. So it seems like teams are making the correct adjustments, and in the second half coming out and adjusting to what the Chiefs are doing. So let's go ahead and get into it. Gilbert, just your initial thoughts on Chiefs versus Eagles.
Yeah, it's time to panic on the Chiefs offense. This is a very bad offense. They averaged they scored 17 points, I think, or no, 14 points against the Dolphins, and that was a pick six because of the Chiefs defense to help them out. Today they tried doing it again with the defense, and one thing I did give credit for the Chiefs, like that secondary for the Eagles has been the problem all year, but they weren't really trying to attack him because they don't have the option to with their passing attack. But they ran at them, and that was working with Pacheco and even Kadarius Toney. And after the Eagles made their adjustment about that, they're like, okay, they're one-dimensional. They can't really beat us. And Mahomes had a couple, great throws in that fourth quarter, that final drive, but MVS dropped it, and then Justin Watson dropped it.
Here we go.
It was 4th and 23, and it was right there on the money, and they dropped it. Travis Kelce had a big drop. He made up for it on 4th and 2, I think.
Why didn't he pass it to Kelce? Why didn't he wait for Kelce?
Let
Kelce
the
was
fool
open.
make his
make my point.
Let him make his point.
Okay, Dad, you could talk about the red zone interception. That was bad. The fumble for Kelce in the red zone was bad too. But
by the way, that was Peanut Tillman vibes. Like the dude just came up and straight
hit it.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, I was like, this is what you get for going to Argentina during your
I knew it. What did I tell you was going to happen? He was probably saying that on the 3rd and 2 drop also on the other side.
You need to check
on the
Chiefs
4th down
Twitter,
conversion at least. And then after that, like the other guys couldn't make a play. Like that game should have ended on MVS there. And we've seen that guy too many times with Aaron Rodgers. He can't come through. He can't catch a ball. So, I don't know if it has to be maybe with some Eric Bieniemy being gone and going to Matt Nagy. I don't know if that's a real deal, but this offense is terrible. Mahomes is trying to do it, but he obviously can't do it by himself, and you can knock on him for that, Dan.
Hey,
but
what's Giselle's last name?
Let him finish.
Here's Giselle over here.
Last thing, yes, the defense is really good, but you can't ask them to be perfect for 2 games. So yeah, maybe you get the 1 seed, maybe they do, but it's gonna be 2 games. And what if the Ravens get the number 1? So you have to go to
I hope
Baltimore.
so.
Why don't you leave and go somewhere else? That's going to be trouble. And honestly, it's gotten to a point like whichever quarterback is scoring points, like what if CJ Stroud goes off on them? I would not be so surprised in the freaking playoffs because that's how bad this team can't score points. Maybe they'll figure it out. But right now, I think I've seen enough. It was like the Lions game.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 3 years, $30 million is what he signed, I think, last
Jesus.
offseason. So,
Jesus.
I was telling Dan after the game, they play at Raiders next week.
Raiders.
And they held the Miami Dolphins to 20 points. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to that in a second, but
go ahead.
And because I do want to give the Raiders their flowers for well, not flowers. I just want to be like, hey, go ahead, Vic.
I'll talk about the Eagles, and I'm they still haven't played their best football yet, and it's amazing how they just find a way to win. You know how we talked about the Steelers and how they've been outgained every game, and how they've been able to win. The Eagles have the talent. They've been able to just beat teams and do it in different ways, and I think that's been the most impressive thing about them. We've criticized Nick Sirianni, we've criticized their coordinators, and yet every week they somehow get it done. And I think the most impressive thing about this team is that they know what their identity is, no matter what kind of way they win. Is if they run the ball. My biggest thing has always been, as long as they run the ball with DeAndre Swift, this team is unbeatable. And now the defense is starting to catch up with Kevin Bayard. And that's been my biggest thing with this defense is their secondary hasn't been as good as the rest of the team. But honestly, at this point, as long as you can run the ball, because in the first half, they were getting beat on both sides of the ball by the Chiefs, and they made the adjustments. And I thought that was the most impressive thing, because I've been critical of both the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, and they made the adjustments, and they were the ones that won this game. It wasn't that the Chiefs lost this. It was that once again, the Eagles found a way to win this game, because not only do they have the talent, but they also have the scheme.
Isaiah Pacheco in the first half was going off. And by the way, he's kind of annoying. Like
the way he runs.
But like every time he would get a big run, like 3 yards, like my bad. No, there was one where he ran for like 8 yards. He gets up and he does this. And I'm like, you didn't even get a first down, dude. Like, what are you doing? But no, but the dude runs hard, and you can tell he really is kind of the reason why they're moving the football. But they started gang tackling in the second half, and they started getting more on him. So I thought that was pretty impressive. All right, here we go. Dan, go ahead.
I just want to say before I start, one thing I will give credit to Mahomes, and I don't think this is talked about enough, and the difference, right? Sir, you guys always like to give me crap that I'm against mobile quarterbacks or whatever you want. I'm not against mobile quarterbacks. I'm against run-first quarterbacks, and I think you're seeing that right now, the difference between – I thought tonight perfectly highlighted the difference between Mahomes and Hurts. Hurts is more of a run-first quarterback. Mahomes is a mobile quarterback. The difference is when Jalen feels pressure, his eyes go directly from looking for routes and everything else right to the defensive lineman, and he's trying to escape right away like that. He's trying to use his speed. I don't think it worked enough tonight. I thought a lot of times he got himself into trouble when he should have stayed in the pocket because guys were coming open. On the flip side of that, I think this is where Mahomes is deadliest because he'll keep his eyes downfield. And any little twitch and stuff like that, he'll evade guys while keeping his eyes downfield and slinging the football for completion and stuff like that. That's where, the good become elite. And I think that's one of his best skill sets, that he keeps his eyes downfield and he can freaking go and sling it. Now, I think the other problem is, I think the Chiefs from last year probably thought, after winning the Super Bowl, obviously, whether we want to talk about how it ended and stuff like that is a different a story for another day. But I think what you've seen this year is like more of the hubris, right? I've talked about ego sometimes in the NFL with some of these teams and everything else. Just like I said, I thought moving Patricia from DC to OC was a total ego move for the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick. They're like, oh, I'm Belichick. This will work. This will work. This will work. And obviously it didn't. Probably costing Mac Jones' career right now. But I think on the flip side, I think that's what the Chiefs have done from last year to this year. They're like, oh, last year we won a Super Bowl with no big name wide receivers. We can do it. We're the Chiefs. We'll figure it out, this, that, and that. And now you're really seeing the consequences of what it means to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Because I think besides Travis Kelce, Tony was kind of a reject from the Giants. I don't think they traded much for him. I think all these other guys have been kind of randos. I can't believe right now when you said how much they signed LVS or MVS or whatever his stupid acronym name is to $30 million. That's unbelievable to me. That's insane. Someone should call, the FBI, the CIA, or whoever. This guy's robbing the Kansas City franchise. So I think really that's where I go back to what I've always said. Build a team. Don't build a team around one position because I don't think that works half the time. I think when you invest a fourth of your capital into one player, I just have never liked that. I don't think that's a good way to go. And I think right now you're seeing that because last year, I think they had to pay a lot of these offensive linemen. I think they re-signed them and stuff like that. And I think now you're starting to see the dividends where he has time to throw, but these guys just aren't catching it. So I think that's kind of what's going on right now. Again, anybody but the Chiefs at this point. I'll take freaking anybody to win the Super Bowl. But that's just my little 2 cents right there. And I think that's what concerned me a little bit about Jalen tonight is that he looked flustered. He looked uncomfortable. And when he can't really use his legs to get going, I don't think he's feeling it. And he feels out of whack, out of sort.
Even that
So
bomb
are you
to
starting now?
Devontae.
Because you said you were gonna say something real quick, and then you were gonna start.
Who, him?
Yeah, he's like before I get into this.
That's right.
He's done.
That's right.
But to your point, Dan,
Thank
Devontae
you.
Smith on that deep ball, he had to come back to catch it.
Yeah.
And it could have
That's
been a
what I'm
touchdown.
saying.
So,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not an idiot. I understand the league is moving in a different way with quarterbacks and everything else. There's unspoken truths that will always be there, and that is you need to be able to hit receivers in stride. I don't care if you're the throwing Samoan. I don't care if you're the Sooner Boomer over here from Oklahoma. You got to be able to sling it. You got to be able to hit them in stride. When you get in those type of where they have to slow down for it, that's where it becomes dangerous because guys bop it up, it gets punched out, and you're not going to be able to make plays. But that's the thing for this thing. I don't know if you saw this while you were in Oklahoma, but all of a sudden I went to Twitter trending and it said Hilberto curse. And then I pressed the trend. It was coming out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, yeah?
Because a certain stooge
we're not your takeaways just yet. This is about Monday night.
Picked the Bengals to win the Super Bowl, and now their season is Dunsky. But I know what Hilberto's hoping for. He hopes Zach Taylor just picks up the phone. Little Is this St. Michael's out in Alabama? Is Phillip Rivers available?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, that would be entertaining.
Maybe he calls Colin Kaepernick and wants to.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
He trains every day at 5 a.m.
Sure,
give him
sure
a
he
chance.
does. Sure.
Who would you
That
take,
night-
Phillip Rivers or Colin Kaepernick right now?
Give me Phillip Rivers. Why would I? Frown. That's not even. Who's a better passer?
I will take
Give me the
Kaepernick
better
because he has
passer.
more of an arm right now.
He has more of an arm right now. Did you not see he just got what's her name pregnant again? He's slinging it,
Do
dude.
that again.
Are you the Kaepernick
He's
insider?
slinging it.
Oh,
He's
you're talking about
slinging it.
Rivers.
Talking about Phil.
No, I thought she just had her baby. Again?
No, yeah,
No.
Who cares? I don't know.
Damn. He's quick.
Just real quick off of this, I understand both of your guys or all three of you guys' points. The Eagles defense, though, at one point just turned. That's what I've been saying. They just get suffocating, and like if you notice, like little by little, yeah, they weren't getting to him, but at the end, what cost the Chiefs at the end
It's a psyop.
was that Josh Sweat coming up and basically sacking Mahomes, but then he throws it away. But that's what I've been saying all season is that, yeah, people can say the Dolphins deserve to win. The Cowboys deserve to win. Maybe tonight the Chiefs deserve to win. But at the end of the day, the Eagles defense is the one making the plays, coming up with the big time plays. And that's what's changing the game. By the way, that Kevin Byard trade right now, it looks really freaking good. Why? Because at some points, they could just leave Kevin Byard on Travis Kelce and they could do other stuff. They didn't have to just double Kelce the whole time. But definitely,
just
wow. Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
just
Go ahead.
say too? I think the Eagles' offense also was really missing Dallas Goedert. That
Yeah.
injury, they were missing him, especially right up around the middle of the field where he makes a lot of those catches. They really missed him tonight.
No, and that's the thing though. The Eagles still, like you said, you mentioned a little bit ago, the Eagles still haven't played their best football. And when do you want to start playing your best football? In about 2 weeks.
December.
In 2 weeks, you want to start playing your good football. I think and that's the thing but that's the problem with the Chiefs too. The Chiefs don't have anybody that they can turn to and be like, oh, as soon as we get this receiver back or this guy back, we're going to be fine. The Eagles do. The Eagles have Goddard, and they're like, hey, when we get Goddard back, then we're going to start moving. We're going to get better. The Chiefs don't have that, and that's kind of the big problem with them. By the way, though, Trent McDuffie's a dog.
Yep.
That guy was all over that field. He sacked Jalen Hurts twice. I believe it was twice, if not more times. But yeah, he sacked him twice, and then he had a couple of passes defended. But that guy,
Drew Tranquil with a big tackle too, by the way.
Yeah, Drew Tranquil with a big tackle. That's what he said. But what I was gonna say, another thing I just remembered.
But did they win the game?
No, I don't. It's already over. They didn't win the trophy. Didn't you hear Joe Buck? He's defending him. Chill. But I'm a little bit
drafted Trent McDuffie.
Don't get me started on who I could have drafted. Then you're really gonna get me going, and I'm not.
No.
But one thing I am concerned about, I'll just say this real quick. The offensive coordinator, there were some of these play call selections that I'm like, you're running wide receiver screens that haven't worked all night, almost gotten picked off.
And who do they run it to?
Oh my God, the dinosaur Julio Jones, dude. Come on, my guy. Just throw that guy on a fade or something and give him a jump ball. But I didn't even know I forgot he was there. But anyway,
I saw 80. I'm like, who the hell is that guy?
Yeah. But the other thing is also
he's going to come up clutch. Watch in the playoffs, or if they make it to the Super Bowl, he's going to come up clutch.
You were calling these awkward run plays.
He is kind of like a tight end,
where Jalen Hurts couldn't even decide whether to hand off or keep. There was a lot of the offense was not clicking, dude. It has looked
at one point. Dan was like, "Bring back Shane Steichen."
I know, my boy.
And to your point earlier, Dan, where you said like they got too cocky and arrogant about the offense will be fine.
Yeah,
it worked out for the defense, but a lot of the draft picks have been on the defensive side. They kept spending capital there, and it's paying off. But I'm like, at some point, you got to use it on the offense to get more weapons. They haven't been doing it. But yeah, McDuffie is one of them. Obviously,
I don't even know if they have a first round pick next year. Do they or no?
Yeah,
maybe. Who knows?
The
Chiefs?
They should.
Yeah, the Chiefs do.
Yeah, oh, yeah, right. They
but remember, their draft picks are always like
32.
31st. Like,
I wish I had that problem. Damn it. Silence. Exactly. There's nothing to say. It's
all right. All right. So real quick, let's answer the question of the week. Do the Chiefs repeat? Vic.
I don't see it. I mean, especially with what we saw from this offense, I think the only way they do it, I know they're not going to repeat. I think they'll probably still win the AFC just because there's nobody that wants to win this. But I think the best teams are in the NFC. It's either the 49ers, the Eagles, whoever comes out of the NFC.
The Lions, give me MCDC.
Gilbert?
Yeah, definitely they won't repeat, but it's just tough to see somebody like winning the AFC, especially I wanted to go with the Ravens. They lost Mark Andrews. He might come back for a playoff run. I don't know. But if the Chiefs somehow make it out of the AFC, they're not going to be able to hang with the 49ers or the Eagles, maybe not even the Lions or the Cowboys because they cannot score points. Before
I go to Dan, I think that's a frustration too in Los Angeles, Gilbert, is that the AFC is so wide open. And it's like you have like a top 5 offense, but your defense just can't get it going. Like,
what team are you talking about?
By the way, Dan, what do you think?
Well, the Lions are kind of like the Chargers, but they're in the NFC.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. This is a new team. New Lions team. MCDC got them boys rolling. You leave them out of this. Jared Goff's the problem. I'll continue to say that.
In their last 20 games. 16-4.
But when it comes to them repeating, I think it really just depends what Uncle Roger wants at this point. I think if we're going to give them 5th downs and all this other stuff like last year, maybe they want a repeat of the Super Bowl. And we're going to get a Kelce Bowl. That way we can parade Donna Kelce, Taylor Swift, and all these other idiots
Oh, by the way, no,
for
don't take
marketing
it.
purposes
Stop.
and everything else.
Stop doing it.
What?
I told you what was going to happen in the Super Bowl. You were about to take it, weren't you? You were about to take it.
No, I'll just stick with the first part. It depends. It depends what they want to do. Because I mean, I don't think they have enough firepower. But I mean, with zebras, they'll make anything happen, dude. It's not a big deal.
This guy. What I
didn't
told
say it.
Dan is that what I think there's a filler out there right now that supposedly Travis is considering retirement a lot because of the body. He's beat up, this, that. I told Dan this is what's gonna happen. Chiefs, Eagles Super Bowl. Well, I think the Eagles would win. Jason Kelce would win the Super Bowl, and then both brothers with 2 rings would announce their retirement right after the Super Bowl, and that's it. They're both retired. They're going to do their podcast. They're going to do everything else. They get the spotlight. Taylor Swift, the mom, all of that. They get the spotlight and all that.
Thanks.
But I kind of feel like that's
what was the best?
Kind of headed to.
You know what was the best? 2 brothers.
And Dan was about to take it.
You know what was the best 2 brothers in the same building during the Super Bowl? When Eli realized Peyton was about to win the other one. That meme was hilarious, dude. When you realize you're no longer the favorite child.
All right, let's go with our Week 11 takeaways. Vic, take it away, by the way.
All right, I'm going to keep this short, and just because I want to give some love to CJ Stroud. I think he belongs. We've talked about this. He belongs with not a lot of quarterbacks out there who are right away with the MVP. He certainly is in the MVP consideration, even with the 3 picks he threw in Week 11. I think he's. I mean, I came into the season saying that I don't understand why the Texans traded away their 3rd pick, and I still don't understand, especially when you get someone like CJ Stroud. And we'll talk about, how the whole draft process is terrible later on, maybe down once the end of the season. And then the Texans, I think, I don't understand why they're not on primetime. We're not even getting a Thursday night game out of them. They should be, as we start to see some games be able to be flexed, whether it's Thursday night or Monday night or NBC, they should be flexed in. I was kind of hoping for this game against the Jaguars because it's probably the best juicy matchup that they have on their schedule. But I understand why it wasn't flexed, because you want to see Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson. But I just think there's got to be a way to get the Texans into prime time going forward, just because I think we're missing out on being able to watch this team in prime time and enjoy CJ Stroud and what he's been able to do in his rookie season.
I understand why they weren't put on primetime, if I'm being completely honest, because nobody expected anything from Houston, but we're at the point now. You know which game's going to be flexed in, Vic? Probably next week. Broncos at Texans.
No.
If the Broncos win this weekend, I could see the Texans being they would have to do it now, huh?
Or what day of the week, or what game is it?
Sunday, December 3rd.
But so you're talking about Sunday Night Football? You're talking about, because they could do Monday Night Football too now, and even Thursday or later on.
Let me see the schedule that week.
Actually, isn't it like Vikings, Bears on Monday night?
Chiefs at Packers and Cincinnati at Jacksonville.
Ugh, I don't want to see Chiefs at Packers, but it's Mahomes.
There he goes.
I'm just saying they're gonna keep him on.
You know what the 125 game is? San Francisco at Philly.
Ooh.
And that's you're talking about 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah,
that's gonna be a banger. How is that not Sunday night?
Yeah, they need to.
Fox was gonna.
America's game of the week.
Oh,
yeah. But I think that's their Vic. Honestly, I think that's their best chance at it, because if you look,
the Colts are 5-5. So if the Colts keep winning, that also helps them.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't want to say Minshew.
Yeah, I know.
No, they don't play
Russell Wilson.
They don't play the Colts anymore.
Then,
So this is their schedule: Jaguars at Texans, Broncos at Texans, Texans at Jets, Texans at Titans. Maybe that one.
No.
Browns at Texans, Titans at Texans.
Maybe that Browns game.
Yeah, maybe Browns.
Yeah, maybe that one. And that's on. Well, who knows? Because it's on December 24th. There's no Sunday night game. I think that December 24th. I believe there is no Sunday night game.
Oh, there is. It's Patriots Broncos, something crappy.
Oh,
Yeah,
please
Christmas Eve.
get rid of that
Oof.
game, please.
It's
Oh,
Christmas
really?
Eve. Yeah.
That's gonna be
Oof.
interesting.
Yeah, I already told my boss I don't want to write about that because it's Sunday Night Football. They said it's okay.
Flex and flex.
This
It's
guy.
Christmas Eve. But by the way, I'm really intrigued about that matchup, Jaguars Texans. Like whoever wins that division, I feel like might win a game in the playoffs and get to at least a divisional round. So we'll see if CJ Stroud's for real.
Unless
against-
they would flex
Yeah.
out Bengals at Steelers on Saturday the 23rd. Because it's the Bills and the Chargers. That one they've already been promoting. There's no way they're going to move that. But I wonder if NBC wants to move Bengals and Steelers and get Texans and Browns. But or yeah, like you said, that Sunday night game. I mean, Patriots at Broncos is terrible. Monday Monday they have 3 games. Raiders at Chiefs, Giants at Eagles, and Ravens at 49ers. That one's going to be
Ravens at
Ravens.
49ers. Wow,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good one.
All right, Dan. You got anything, or do we move on?
I'm just gonna be quick. I think Sean Payton needs to start looking for a quarterback this offseason. My burial's Russell Wilson. It's gonna be something else, but I just think Russell Wilson looks so uncomfortable in the pocket. He just looks so off. He hasn't looked good since he's been in Denver. We were watching the
game-winning
game.
drives, Dan. No credit for that.
2 game-winning drives. So we're gonna allow him to suck ass all game, and just because he comes up and gets
Remember
the
who
A
they used to
plus-
criticize for being terrible for the first 3 quarters of a game?
Exactly,
And then the
Timothy
fourth quarter-
Tebow. They used to criticize for that, but he
This
always come up
version of
clutch.
Wilson is way better than Tebow, whatever prime he had.
Oh really? Oh
was-
really? He won the
he's a-
Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl.
For being such a tough critic on quarterbacks, that guy was awful, Dan. I don't know what you see in it. He's
I
a
like
Jesus
that
freak
guy.
or something. Is that your
I
thing?
like
I
that
don't know.
guy.
But
I like that guy. He's a
anyways,
good
go
guy.
ahead.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I think Sean Payton. I still think George Patton. Someone better beat the hell out of his ass in his office somewhere in there. Given this guy, trading for this guy, and all that stuff. Not a huge fan of it. I don't think he's looked good since he's been in Denver. I think he's starting to see ghosts a lot, like Rivers did towards the end. But on Monday or whenever he played Sunday night, he pissed me off doing some weird, like he felt pressure, just some reverse spin to nowhere, and then he gets himself sacked. I'm like, this guy's an idiot. Get him out of here, dude.
You
By the
didn't
way,
have Cortland starting, it'll be really bad.
By the
I
way,
agree with
speaking
that.
of the draft process, Dan, do you remember a certain guy that they said was going to be a bust?
I do remember. Also, number 10, Justin freaking. No, I can't say that adjective, but the son of Odin. Absolute dog. You put the son of Odin on the Eagles, undefeated. Put him on the Dolphins, undefeated.
Don't get
Pick
him
your
going.
team.
49ers?
Already a Super Bowl champion. Undefeated. Repeat.
All right. Let's go to Dan's favorite segment, Compas NFL Power Rankings.
I hate these. I can't wait to see where he puts the Chiefs. Where do you
Vic,
put
go
the
ahead.
Chiefs?
Vic, go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm starting with me. Okay, here's
Yeah.
mine. Eagles 1, 49ers 2, Chiefs 3, Ravens 4, Lions 5.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
I'll go next. Eagles 1, 49ers 2, Cowboys 3, Lions 4, Chiefs 5.
All right. My turn. You're gonna be happy and overjoyed, Dan, because the Chiefs are not even in my top 5. I gave up. I don't know
Wow.
if you've been listening to me or not. I gave up on them. Okay.
Wow.
Eagles number 1, 2 49ers, 3 the Cowboys, 4 Ravens, 5 Lions. There you go. No Chiefs. I'm done with them. See you later.
Until next week. Then he's like, I'm back.
Put on my hat.
They're gonna have a tough game next week. I'm telling you right now.
I hope the Lions can do it.
All right, now it's time for our Pick'ems game.
Bring him
Dan.
up. Bring him up.
All right. I'm going to start off. So obviously, last week I went 5-0. I am 31-19. Dan and Daygo went 3-2. He's 24-26.
Guess who's
Gilbert.
in the basement?
Not
Vic.
Who's in the Stella?
That's Vic, not Gilbert.
Man,
Gilbert-
you're running away with this one, Fernando. What the hell?
Gilbert
What
went
happened
2
here?
and 3. He's
Oh,
23
you're right.
and
Damn.
27.
My bad, Vic.
And Vic, it went 3 and 2, but he's at 22 and 28.
Damn, Steelers screwed me.
Chiefs screwed me. That's why I'm pissed
Oh,
off.
here we go.
It would have been a different. It would have been tied or whatever. It
Hey,
would've been
why?
flipped.
You know what's funny? I was waiting for Gilbert to give Dan that one because Dan baited him into going with the Chiefs.
He
Was
had
that
to
what
go
I
for it.
forgot? Is that what we did?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like, you were like, I think I'm gonna go, and then he's like, no, you're beloved Chiefs, and you're like,
Yeah,
fine,
he's
I'll
like,
take
"Go."
them.
Damn.
All right.
I'm climbing them
So
boards.
now let's choose this week's slate of games. Let's go number 1. Bucks at Colts. I will go with the Colts.
These are all bad games.
Dan.
Damn. Where's it at? Who's home?
At Colts.
Yeah, give me the Colts at home. I'll take them. Handlebar hero.
Vic.
Yeah, give me the Colts. They're good at home, and I think they scored over 20 points in every game at home.
Gilbert.
Ugh, this is a horrendous game. But just because you guys are all going Colts, give me the Buccaneers.
Nice.
Both teams are terrible. Who cares?
Browns at Broncos. Give me the Broncos. Gilbert.
Said Browns at Broncos. Oh man. All right, yeah, Broncos too. They're at home.
Dan.
Give me the Browns. I think that defense is going to be all over Russell Wilson. They're the number 1 D in the league, I think.
Vic.
Give me the Browns.
The Browns have given me 2-0 the last 2 weeks. I think they'll do me solid this week. Steelers at Bengals. Holy crap.
Oh, so this is the snoozer of the week. I thought it was the first game.
Oh, there's a lot.
Ugh.
Oh, is it really a bad weekend for football? So they said F you to all the pilgrims and the Indians who got to the Native Americans who got together to eat and everything else. They said, screw you guys, dude. No good football.
Damn. No, you know what? I'll let Vic or Gilbert go first.
So you said Steelers versus Bengals.
Yeah.
Well, we do know the Bengals have the better quarterback advantage with Jake Browning. Kenny Pickett stinks. But fine, give me the freaking Steelers. I hate them.
I'm gonna go Bengals. Vic.
Yeah, I think they're at home. I'm gonna go Bengals as well.
Wow.
Dan.
I'll take the Steelers. They won't fail me this week, I hope.
They failed
Kenny
you against
Pickett, they might.
PPR.
Yeah.
Saints at Falcons. Give me the Falcons. Vic.
What the hell kind
give
of
me the-
games are these?
Dude, this is going to be a bad. I'm going to be playing FIFA most of the day, I guess.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like if I had put the 49ers and Seahawks, everybody was gonna pick the 49ers.
Yeah, so
And
yeah.
there was
At least we have the
nothing to
snoozers,
pick
yeah.
out there. So I just went with
Yeah,
the ones that
these
had
kind of separate. These kind of separate us.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
these games.
Give me. Man, this is terrible. Give me the Saints. I have no
Gilbert?
reason why.
Who's at home?
The Falcons.
I don't trust that coach or their quarterback. Give me the
Mm-mm.
Saints. Derek Carr, I'm back.
He's in concussion protocol still.
Famous Jameis.
Whatever.
Famous Jameis.
Dan.
No.
Yeah, give me the Saints on the
Yeah,
road.
right.
Dude.
Give me Taysom Hill.
Yeah, over James.
Famous Jameis on the road.
All right, last one. Jaguars at Texans. I will go with the Texans.
there we go. Finally.
Gilbert.
Jaguars at Texans. Yeah, give me CJ Stroud.
Dan.
Unlike Gilbert, I don't lack conviction. Give me the Jags. I think Dougie P's gonna have something interesting for him.
Vic.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jaguars just because this is a revenge game. They got blown out by the Texans
Yeah. That's
early
why I
in
was
the year.
hesitant about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not hesitant. All right. Let's now go to Dan and Daygo and see what he's got cooking up for us.
I know what you're saying now. You see me again. You're saying, hello, Dan and Daygo, my old friend. Well, it's good to see you all again. And let me tell you something. It is getting into that season, hoodie season. We all love hoodies, right? Shout out to hoodie season. Not only is right now the time where you're starting to get your pumpkin spice lattes and all that other crap, but let me tell you something better that'll keep you warm. Shout out to Compas on the Beat. We got hoodies over here. Go check them out. I kid you not. You know me. Dan and Daygo is always a truth teller. I kid you not. You can get that hoodie, put it on out of the package. It's going to be comfortable. I kid you not. One of my favorite hoodies that I own. Absolutely love it. I love that now we're getting into the hoodie season again. So that way I don't look like a maniac wearing a hoodie in 80-degree weather or whatever. Check it out. CertifiedCompass.shop. Go over there, order a hoodie. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. Black Friday's coming up. Colder weather's coming up. Christmas is coming up. Hell, for Halloween, I don't know. You want to dress up like your Compass? Shout out to all you. Go and get it. Go and do it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Absolutely, you will not regret that purchase. So once again, go to certifiedcompass.shop. You will not regret the hoodie. And real quick, don't forget, check out our other shows. We got a little House of Horns. We got a little What's Up Bolts. We got a little regular Compass on the Beat. We got a little combat Compass for everybody who loves fighting. And if you love everything, the champions, be sure to check out Compass FC over there. The lads have got you covered. But anyway, let's just get back to the program. Nah. I'm taking over this segment. And with everybody saying it, it's Dan in Daygo.
Yeah.
Let's get on to everyone's favorite segment of the week. Let your freak flag fly. Get in the comments. Let us know what you want to bury this week. Freaking, let's get on to Burial of the Week. We got some doozies. We're amped up. Play the music. Taker.
Vic, go ahead.
All right.
This
I got a
one's
lot to
interesting.
talk about this week while I was over here in Oklahoma. So let me start off with Jerry Jones. And, yes, finally, he's decided that he's going to allow Jimmy Johnson to enter the Ring of Honor for the Cowboys, which
I
is,
was thinking about him in the shower.
but it just seems that like the only reason he's doing this is because the Texas Rangers went out and won the World Series, and everybody in the Dallas Fort Worth area is talking about the Rangers instead of the Cowboys. So, how do you take away, attention from another team in your area? Well, we're gonna go ahead and do something I should have done years ago and give Jimmy Johnson his Ring of Honor, which even saying it, you could tell he wasn't even really, you know
Didn't he get the date wrong or something?
Yes, he said 1923. It's like, well, dude, what are you
He's like
doing?
90, dude.
Yeah, he just did it. Like he didn't tell anybody. Like it was just impromptu, which was terrible. And then the other thing, was CBS, like Damar Hamlin, like you put the camera on him when the ambulance is taking
Yeah,
another player. Like,
I was thinking that
what are we doing? Like,
every single
you know how
time.
we complain about Taylor Swift? I'm putting this on the networks. They keep doing this. Rather than blaming, the people, like why are you putting the camera on Damar Hamlin? Are we gonna keep doing that like the Shaq thing where we're just gonna do the look, okay, we're gonna put the camera right on that person now. It's like it's terrible, man. Like, and then I I I'm not gonna go there about the whole comeback player of the year. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yes, he's come
See?
back, but he's hardly even played.
It's okay. You can
Yeah.
say it. You
When,
can
when
say
Zach
it.
Wilson dropped Robert Sala on the sideline, they panned to Damar Hamlin, but
Yeah.
no.
Yes,
We're
it's
all
just
about debating topics here. That's all good. You
yes,
can say it. Say
yeah,
it.
and
Wilson's a
look,
better candidate
either
than Damar
no,
I
and I'll
Hamlin.
wouldn't
say
say
this.
that. I wouldn't say
Now that
that.
you guys got me going, is I'll give this to Bomani Jones because he's the one that brought it up. It's like, look, if you're the NFL, either commit to actually doing this or just do what you usually do and just be like, you know what? We're just gonna set it aside and forget about this and just leave Damar Hamlin over there and just say, you know what? We really don't want to be discussing him. Really don't want to touch that subject anymore because look, watching football is a violent sport. You know what you're getting yourself into. But then to see someone almost die on the field, like nobody wants to keep reliving that and for you to just continue to be like, well, we kind of want to do something about it but not really, is pretty bad, and it's a bad look. So if I'm the NFL at this point, just say, you know what, we're just gonna sweep it under the rug and just keep on moving like we usually do.
I bet you that maybe like in a way, Hamlin appreciates us for saying he's not comeback player of the year. And it's probably like, Yeah, I'm not like some like baby just because I came back. Like I haven't done crap. Why should I win the award? I feel like he's probably going through that right now in life where people just like, oh, are you okay, sir? Everything fine with you? You probably gets annoyed. So maybe like just
Yeah.
like treat him like a regular person. What the hell?
Yeah.
I
What do
think
you?
the other
So
thing
you
is,
guys, aren't all for this?
What do you got?
Oh
oh
no.
my god,
See the
the
end.
first. Oh my, that one to me was terrible.
Wait,
Like
what? Is it-
retiring his
They
number
put
on the
on an
ambulance.
ambulance one night. There they go on an ambulance, like in Buffalo. They had his jersey in the windows. You see it?
Oh,
Yeah, what the
yeah.
hell? Are
So
they
You guys
showing
didn't
this
see
weird, dude.
off, or they're actually needed on the field for this? Like, what the hell's going
No, they
on?
No,
carted
just
off
in the, like
someone.
he's
Yeah.
sitting there
Okay.
on the side, but in the ambulance they had his jersey in there. Like,
So
yeah,
weird, dude.
All right.
but
I was gonna
Alright,
say, going back
yeah.
to what you're saying, the NFL lacks conviction on everything. They just try and tightrope everything, and you could tell, dude, it's an absolute joke.
leads us
half
into
the time.
Dan's burial.
That's why I thought it was perfect. My burial is very simple, and it again goes after Roger Goodell and the NFL. Free my boy Kareem Jackson. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I can't believe he's getting suspended 8 games. He got suspended for that, which is an absolute joke. It's not like he's an offensive player. He's a runner, hits him in the chest
Yeah.
just because it was violent and he supposedly launched himself. It's an absolute joke. I'm tired of this. I don't know. Number one, first off, where are the NFL legends, all the defensive players, saying this is an absolute travesty? This is a joke. You're trying to take away the physicality of the game. Because I'll tell you something right now. There'd be no Brian Dawkins. There'd be no Ed Reed. They'd be getting suspended and fined up the yin yang, and they wouldn't be on the field. This is a problem. And another thing that pisses me off, where's the NFLPA? Why is the NFLPA not trying to bargain to remove some of these rules, or at least even out the playing field? Why don't we make holding on the offense an automatic 4th down play? There's no such thing as automatic first. What the hell is that? Automatic first down? That is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. I can't believe he got suspended for this. I thought the other one was soft too. He makes a great play that causes a fumble. How are you supposed to hit these guys now to create
He's the
turnovers?
running back, and he was
It's
a
an
running
absolute-
back too.
Exactly. He was the running back too. Don't worry, I'm going to get to that for now. I know you're volleyballing me up, but I'm going right here. The game is not meant for the faint of heart. If you cannot stand head-on collisions, physicality, violence, don't watch the sport. It's as easy as that. You're a supposedly billion-dollar business. You'll be okay, right? But you can't change the fundamental of the game. The day the MMA starts putting on headgear and having all these protective things for fighter safety, it's going to kill the sport. Just like they're slowly trying to kill the NFL, they're trying to kill the sport for whatever reason. It's an absolute joke. Automatic first down penalties piss me off. That is an absolute joke. I think that's where everything is going wrong to begin with. There's no such thing as automatic first in the game or in life. That is an absolute travesty. That every time they say automatic first, it just bothers the hell out of me. It just pisses me off and reminds me of everything that's wrong. And going back to it.
Yeah. Can I just say the what was it? Even Josh Jacobs is getting fined for
He's gotten
for-
fined twice.
yes.
Stupid.
On offense.
Stupid.
I don't understand it.
You
Well,
can't run.
Derwin James
You
has gotten
can't-
fined now a couple of games.
Stupid.
and,
Again,
like,
stupid.
So the receiver catches the ball. He looks at Derwin and he's like F, and he kind of like goes down on purpose
To protect
knows Derwin-
himself.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
to
yeah.
protect himself. It's an absolute joke. We're not allowing bang bangs anymore. Now we just want to throw, eject, targeting, and all this other manure.
But you
Bull.
mentioned the running back position.
Let him play defense. Exactly. Minnesota did what I've been waiting the Eagles and the freaking Baltimore Ravens to do. Get a real quarterback in there. Put Lamar and Jalen Hurts back there at tailback. Lamar takes that one to the house. I bet you anything, dude. He would have been gone ski. I'm waiting for them to put him back there at tailback. Change the absolute game. Get Justin Fields' ass back there too. Absolute game.
He had 104 yards rushing this weekend.
You see what I'm telling you? When you have to talk about a quarterback's rushing yards, you know he's not a quarterback. Period.
And one quick thing while Fernando gets his breath there. The way you feel about automatic first downs, by the way, Dan, is the way I feel about stupid penalty kicks in soccer. Like when you get like a freaking penalty, whatever the heck it is, that little card.
Yeah.
Go kick a game-changing goal one-on-one. That's the stupidest thing to decide a game.
You're
by
talking about Messi like that? Dang, fans are
I
gonna
don't care. I don't care. It
know.
is, but
I don't know.
first down and a goal
Yeah.
are not the same thing.
I see what you're saying. I
in
see what
different
you're saying,
sports,
though.
But
I
it's
see
just
what
so
you're
easy,
saying.
a cheap thing to get. Oh, you fouled me. Let me go get a freaking goal over here. But it's the same thing.
I
DPI and spot of the ball for football, I think.
I agree with you to a degree, but I mean, I think the thing about the penalty box, it's so noticeable. Like, you got to be an idiot. You got to understand the game too. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, the
But I
penalty.
even understand what Dan's saying. Like illegal contact, like automatic first down. Like there was today, the Chiefs were it was 3rd and 10, and they gave I mean, I could play the JB clip, but I don't think you guys would be happy with that.
We're good.
They get he said do it. He said do
I
it.
said we're good. No, we're good.
Oh, okay. There was like an automatic, like the guy comes up to the corner and the corner just kind of tugs him a little bit, and they call a first down, illegal contact first down. I'm like, dude, let that just be like an offsides. Like, just give it it's
5 yards.
3rd and
Replay
10.
it
Let it
down.
be 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
Not like automatic first down. I guess the only thing I would say automatic would be what's it called? Pass
PI's the
interference,
only
if
one.
anything.
PI's
Yeah,
the only
that's
one.
the only one I would make. But like Dan said, there's no automatic anything for, like, if an offense holds, it's 20 yards back, but you still get to replay the down. Like, it's not like you lose a down or anything
It's a
like
joke.
that.
The only one you lose it is intentional grounding. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah.
Do you imagine 3rd and 20? You give up a 5-yard penalty and it converts it. What a joke. What type of backwards math is this, dude?
I know where you were gonna go with that. I know.
No, you don't.
No, not you. I'm talking about Gilbert.
What, the intentional grounding and the Chiefs
No.
game?
I thought when you said a 3rd and 20 and a penalty converts it, I thought you were gonna
Talk about
You're
the
gonna be
Chargers. That doesn't
yeah.
bother me. Say
Oh.
it. It doesn't bother me. It is what it
all right.
is.
Oh,
We
yeah.
want to get into it. We can get into it.
No,
What's
no.
up, both? Yeah.
No, go ahead, Gilbert.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I get people get really frustrated at the airport, especially LAX. I had no trouble in Oklahoma, Vic, but LAX, I saw a lot of, pissed off people, and I'll give you kind of two stories. But to get to the Tulsa plane, which is like a small plane, you know how the rows have 3 seats. This one has two seats per row, so we had to get in a shuttle to get to the plane, and I guess the shuttles were kind of late or they were backed up, and people were worried about missing their flights. These people turn quickly on the employees at the airport. Like, they just feel so entitled. Where's my shuttle? I'm going to miss my flight right now. Just like going off on people. And like, there's, and I get that you're all worried, but like, we're in line here and the people way in the back, hey, I'm going to miss my shuttle. And they just go and make their own line. And
50,000 followers on Twitter. Don't make me burn you.
Yeah, Fernando, I'm a blue check. And there's like, people here trying to like, work the guy at the stand or work the security guard or work the shuttle guy. And like, and everybody felt so entitled and they being so mean. And, when we got off the shuttle, there was this poor old lady who couldn't get her bag off of the bus. So I had to stop being the good person I am to help out. And I was going to get stampede like a freaking, like it's Jumanji or something. All these freaking animals coming over. It's going to die. And then coming back when we went to LAX, it was like this older couple. The lady was just having a bad day. But she started screaming at the driver for the shuttle, like, because he just went up a few feet forward where he's supposed to go park the car, not come to you. Hey, come back and get me. My bags are way over here. What are you doing here? What's wrong with you? I'm like, why do people talk to people like this? I get that people are frustrated. I get frustrated all the time, but I'm going to be talking to people who also probably get a bunch of crap all day at the airport. But that's the end of my burial.
LA is just a different breed of cats, dude.
Yeah, LAX is always like that, no matter what.
Bunch of weirdos, dude.
I am also going to bury people. This is the toughest week, obviously. Why? Because it's Thanksgiving week. I get it. My mom and I, this morning, we went to 2 Costco's. The first Costco, fine. We went to like a business center Costco, so it was empty, except for no samples, so I wasn't too happy. And they don't have hot dogs, so I was pissed off about that too. So
different time from when you dropped the hot dog. Okay, got it.
Yeah, different time. Well, we go to Costco a lot. But
that's the best place to shop, dude.
Exactly. And their hot dog is under 500 calories, so it's good for me.
Shout out.
So then I go over to so we go to the Costco by our house. I don't know if the apocalypse is upon us or what the hell. But so I come up, I find the parking lot was completely packed. I cut a dude off. I don't care. Like, when you're turning right into the Walmart badass.
yeah.
There was too much of a line going to the taco place, and I was like, F it. And I just cut a person off, and they honk, and I like get mad. And mom's like, why are you getting mad? I'm like, because he honked at me. You cut him off. I'm like, cut this off. And I like went like that. And she's like, somebody's gonna shoot you one day. I'm like, oh, who cares? So I go and I find parking right away. She's like, you're so lucky. So I'm getting ready to park. This lady has a big old truck who, like, we're facing each other. My car gets out. This lady like tries to pull up in front of me to try and back into her spot. I'm like, yeah, right. This van comes up and just gets right in front of both of us. And I'm like, if he takes my spot, I'm fighting him. Like, I'm done with this. I'm not gonna like just let him get away with this. But it's just an old man that didn't know where the hell he was going. Finally, whatever, we park. We go inside. People are like slamming their carts against you. Like, people are like cutting you off. And I'm like, what are half of you guys doing? So I was just mad. I was cursing. I just couldn't believe it. And obviously in one of those, I told my mom, I'm like, people are just this stupid. And like people like were turning around and like I was angry. I could not believe the stupidity that people have. Like, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't go further than that, but geez, like I just could not believe
you go, Fernando.
No, it was right
today in the morning.
Yeah. It's 3 or 4 days before. I get it. Like we should have gone maybe earlier, but we had Saturday Costco was completely packed too. So Melissa and my mom had gone and they said it was way too packed. So I couldn't believe how rude people are. People trying.
It goes back to that entitlement, Frau. They think their whole life should be like Burger King. Have it their way. Guess what, buddy? You don't pay my bills, you're not going to have it your way. I have a huge problem with that. I'm not going to get into it. Just adults need to be the adults in the room and freaking act like it. It's unbelievable, dude. Just
and then the people behind me, like, oh, I saw that you bought that, and this other guy's like, yeah, I did. She's like, I noticed you were with your wife. Yeah, he's like, it's interesting that you're here during the day. I'm like, are you guys kidding? Like, is she trying to flirt with him? Like, I'm like, what is this? So I was just over it. I was like, I cannot stand anybody. And then, yeah, just people were being so dumb. And then the lines were like around the corner. I'm like, what is, like, why is this a thing? Like, why? It was just bad. I hate people. I hate all of this. For Christmas, I will be going out way earlier. Well, yeah, because on the 23rd, we're going to be in LA for the Chargers Bills game, so I'm gonna have to shop a lot earlier. But this is just this is bad. It's terrible.
Yeah, the holidays are gonna make people just miserable with this kind of stuff too.
Like, I don't mind the holidays. Like, I like it. I love cooking. I can't wait.
But it's the going out and doing things. Like,
have you used an app before, Fernando? You could just get that come to your house.
No, I need to pick. We need to pick the. Do you see how I've been in there when they pick like fruit and stuff?
They always get it wrong. Yeah,
they just throw it in there, and I'm not like that. And then my mom's like the pickiest human being on earth. So
shout out.
I'm sure mom was like, this one, no, I don't want him to curse. And I came out cursing. That one, I don't need him to be angry and curse. Daniel came out cursing and angry. And then we won't even speak about Melissa, but she's
like
gonna
a war
be
zone,
man. No, but obviously it's just, and I don't mind it. I'm like in a good mood and stuff, but like usually, but like today it was just like just the people are bad, and it's like everybody's a freaking great, and it seems like everybody's doing everything forcefully, like not because they're happy and they like, oh, we're gonna have family over, this, that. They're kind of like Dan and Daygo, like I have to see these people, like, so
thank you for throwing me under the bus.
No,
as it is, I'm debating whether I'm going to be sober or not for Thursday, so we'll see.
Dan, what are you excited about though?
Frau's gonna make some smoked turkey and ham. I'm hyped for that. Melissa's gonna make some mac and cheese. I'm big hype for that, dude.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. Like, I'm excited when Daniel goes, oh my God, your turkey's way better than our aunt's. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. It's completely delicious. So she said I made a dry turkey last year.
No.
Oh yeah.
It's on.
I'm smoking.
So in other words, Frau,
little Daniel's never going to listen to this, so he's not
going
to run to his mommy.
She made it personal.
Oh yeah, she made it personal. I'm destroying her turkey this year.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh. And it's not like she's gonna listen because little Daniel doesn't listen. So
Wow,
yeah.
name dropping. All right.
I have a sauce if you want it. I have a good sauce recipe if you want it. We're not doing
Oh.
Thanksgiving because we're driving back on
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
you're
From
driving?
Oklahoma?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got all the gifts and stuff that we have to bring back. They weren't gonna be in the.
Oh.
So we figure the best day to
You
drive
should have
would
just
be
mailed the
Thanksgiving.
gifts to.
Yeah, that's
mail
true.
the gifts.
Damn. How long is the drive? Like 15 hours?
We
Something like
did
that?
it coming here. We did. It was about 21 hours. So we split it into 2 days.
Damn.
So where do you guys usually stop? Vegas?
Well, we stopped in this coming year, which is the same drive we're gonna make. We stopped in Albuquerque. It's pretty
Oh, New
nice.
Mexico.
Did you go to
right next
the
to campus.
did you go to the Breaking Bad museum?
They have one?
No, that's a little bit
Yeah.
further down.
They have
Is-
no. I thought that was. I'm pretty sure it's in Albuquerque. The show was made
Okay.
in Albuquerque.
I've never been to
See if
New
you can.
Mexico.
There's
Yeah.
We've driven past
Yeah,
it. There's
yeah,
nothing like
yeah.
the drive from Arizona. Like we went from San Diego to El Paso. The drive from Arizona to El Paso is so boring. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing.
the one from the bottom, the one on the top.
Yeah.
This one was nice actually, like on the 40. Like especially when you
Oh,
get
no, we
New
went through
Mexico
the
is
8.
beautiful, especially in those mountains.
Yeah, no, we went through
Arizona.
the 8.
But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure there's a Walter White statue with a Jesse Pinkman and all that stuff.
Right.
You
I'll
should
have to
see if
check
you
it
can look
out.
that up. Yeah.
The only reason to go to New Mexico, apparently.
Yeah.
Go see the Breaking. No. And then in New Mexico's I think that's the 4 points where you can be in 4 states at the same
Yeah,
time.
you could be like in Arizona for that or whatever.
Oh, it's all the same thing. Yeah, it's all the same thing. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Avocado Roast. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. In honor of Thanksgiving weekend, what is your go-to movie to watch with your family? Vic, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, for me, I thought it was kind of cool. One of the things we used to do because, back in the BHS days, we used to go rent. We used to rent the movies like for around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, and like I remember watching like Mission Impossible, Speed, Men in Black, like the original Men in Black, like that. That was like a cool thing to do with my family because my brother and my sister are like 8 years younger than me, and so I was able to have that with them. I thought that was really cool. But now, like as like if we're picking just one movie that we would watch, I would have said that probably Home Alone is the one we would watch, whether it was during Thanksgiving, because once you hit Thanksgiving, you start getting into that Christmas kind of thing, and then you just watch it, and it was on all the time. Whether I think it was on a local channel, so even if we didn't rent it, at least it was on locally on TV. So for me, it was Home Alone.
You know what's crazy about that is that I was gonna say Home Alone. I'm gonna go into mine, but I put the Polar Express because that's my mom's favorite Christmas movie. Like every year,
watch it with the hot chocolates and all that.
Yeah. Like she likes watching it and everything, and it's a good movie. I mean, obviously it has Tom Hanks does a great job. He's around little kids, so that's kind of weird. But it's just it's
little breadcrumbs. Little breadcrumbs.
It's no, but it's a great.
The little kid that voices it is the one from Five Nights at Freddy.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, the older one.
Yeah, Pater or something like that.
From, the guy from the Hunger Games movie.
Games.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I've seen it.
PETA
or
Freddy,
whatever the hell.
I wonder if it's good.
What the hell is he doing?
Casting a spell. He's trying to put some black magic. Laptop. Trying to curse our teams further.
but yeah, the Polar Express I think is one that we definitely watch. That's a great one. Dan, go ahead.
I love watching The Patriot every 4th of July. For me, it's the Super Bowl, the 4th of July, and Halloween. 3 best holidays in no particular order. I love watching The Patriot, man. We always, every 4th of July, before we start cooking or whatever else, we throw on a classic by Mel Gibson, and it gets me worked up. I love it. I'm not going to get into it about the founding and stuff like that, but it's such an amazing story if you get time to actually read it and research it. Really interesting. And hell, I love seeing those. I love seeing those redcoats get massacred and Mel Gibson massacring them up. Down with the British, dude.
Okay.
Dan, when you say when we start cooking, what do you mean?
I taste, they cook.
We all have a strategy.
Exactly. We play to our strengths.
Everybody has.
I
what they
love
need to do.
I love the Patriot, dude. It gets me fired up, especially now that we actually visited the Constitutional Hall in Philadelphia when we went. It just makes it that much more special. I love it. It's just great. I'm not gonna get into a lot of it, but it's just great. I love watching that movie, dude.
And then we watched UFC with Gilbert that night.
Exactly.
So what?
Oh,
2 in
yeah.
the
You remember that?
Yeah.
Because
morning?
2-3 in the morning. Well, you remember we were drinking like in this, and I think it was like a 1 o'clock game the next day.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
saw
Doug Rose.
Yeah, Thug Rose versus I forgot Zang or something like that. And it was a banger that was the good one. The other one was so soft. I was like, this was stupid. But you remember the next day we all woke up Frau was just tired, but you and I were kind of like, oh Jesus, dude, what's going on?
Yeah. Gilbert, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, now that I think about it, I think I survived the early holiday spirit from people because I work a lot from home now and remotely. I get my coffee at home, so I'm not going to a coffee shop and hearing Christmas music. At the airport, I got worried about hearing it. Didn't hear anything for some reason, just a bunch of grumpy people. But now that we get to Thanksgiving, it's okay. Put on
I
the
bet you
music.
LAX would have been a lot nicer if they had Christmas music.
Maybe because everybody was angry for some reason. So I don't know, but I did it. Actually, it was a pretty good year. No Zooms with Joe Reedy either to avoid Christmas music. So
That's so rude. Uncle
yeah,
Joe
that
does
is-
a great job.
that is the update on that part.
No,
And
ain't
then,
no
uh,
Christmas music being played on those Zooms now.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's a little.
You want to get into it?
No. Don't ask me. But anyways, yeah. So for us, the holidays, we can't agree on it. Me and my siblings can't agree on anything. But for whatever reason, you can put on, I'll say 94% of Adam Sandler movies, and just leave it on. Let's just watch it. It doesn't
Except
matter
for
which
that
one it is.
Shit, Hubie.
Yeah, that one.
Don't
and
you
then-
dare.
Yeah, I don't know why you like
slander
that one there.
Hubie.
I'm so surprised he liked that.
Yeah, that's
The only
terrible.
problem I have with Adam Sandler movies is he makes them too long. Like, dude, you can
Really?
do it in an hour and a half to 2 hours. You don't need 2.5.
I don't like that one, and the one where he's like two people, like his old naggy sister. And
Oh,
Jack and Jill.
yeah,
that one
that
had
was
funny
hilarious.
moments.
Yeah.
That
Other
one
than
had
those
Al
two or three,
Pacino
maybe.
in that
Al
movie's
Pacino.
hilarious.
Al Pacino
Yeah,
was
yes,
hilarious.
you're right. Okay, that's
They have
the
When,
Jared
uh,
from,
but it got pretty
from
annoying.
Subway on there too.
oh, you know who else was there? Formerly known as Bruce.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Don't you remember? He comes out. I can step in if you want. No one's here to see you.
okay,
You
so I
can
think
go
you like the
back.
movie then. But
It had funny
pretty
moments,
much-
bro.
An Adam Sandler movie. We'll watch
Yeah, they're
it.
all
Yeah.
good. So it's like
Yeah.
kind of
Oh, there goes
you want.
Vic. He showed it off. Ooh.
Oh,
did he?
Oh,
There he
He's got
is.
it on. He's got it on.
But yeah, that's mine. Adam Sandler, pretty much whatever. But I think maybe when we get closer to Christmas, we do all agree on Home Alone 1 and 2. The rest suck.
Oh
Yeah, and I heard from his brother, Gilbert's brother, when we were in Vegas, he's like, the
Shout
only thing
out.
we can all agree on is that our favorite compa is Dan and Daygo. That's what I
yeah?
heard.
They have great taste. I don't know what to say.
Hey, by
Yeah,
the way, you're
Shout out to all you in the Manzano family, dude. Shout out to all you.
Yeah,
you guys
sure.
are not
Look,
cursed. Your
a
brother is.
real thing that did occur. Victor's brother-in-law, he did come up to me and he said, "Oh, I love the podcast, Compas on the Beat, and everybody there. You guys are awesome. So take a credit for all that."
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out. Who'd you say it was? His brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's his name?
Is that the guy that likes soccer? He likes Real Madrid.
Yes, Kevin.
Yep.
Kevin Garcia.
Shout out to
he's
you,
a
Kevin
big-
Garcia.
He's a big
I
Real
love my
Madrid fan.
Shout out to you.
I
Kevin
tried giving
Garcia.
Kevin a shot. He's like, "Nah, me and tequila don't vibe." 30 minutes later, he comes back and then we had a nice shot and a good time. So
Oh,
shout out to
he's a-
Kevin and your brother
There you
too, Jonathan.
Ooh,
Oh, there you go.
Shout out.
All right. Last but not least, this is let's go to Una Mas. This was sent by Vic, the producer, to me. Oh, wait, no. Before I do that, I have to show you this. Dan, you're gonna love this.
Oh, what is it?
Another
oh my
one?
God.
I saw
Well,
this
that
one.
was today.
Yes.
Joni loves Chachi.
That's what happened today.
You know what I loved talking about the internet? I love that Bills fan. Did you guys see that?
This was a Bills fan on
Yes.
Sunday, I guess.
Yes.
Wearing an
Wow.
OJ Simpson jersey.
No,
and
not OJ. It is a 32 Bills jersey, and the
Allegedly.
name on the back says allegedly. That is hilarious. Shout out to Bills Mafia, dude.
Gilbert, how many allegedly jerseys do you think we're gonna see in the stands? Oh, dude, he's gonna be there. I bet you he's gonna be
No, he's
there.
not.
Doesn't
No,
he live
he's
in
not.
Vegas?
No, he's
Yeah,
not.
but a
He's
couple
not
of
gonna
no,
be
a couple
there.
of years ago, he was there for opening last year. He was there for opening day of Rams and
Bills,
Bills.
yep.
He doesn't want to be in
Oh,
LA
yeah.
in those
Why,
boxes,
Dan?
Crown, because he could come
Oh,
face to face with the killer. He doesn't want to do that.
Yeah,
He also-
he might be out in LA right now.
Here's a little
Can you
fun fact.
imagine if
Here's a
SI
little
hits
fun
up
fact.
Gilbert and they're like, "We need you to get a one-on-one with him."
I'll be terrified.
Why?
You're not white.
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
Plus, you're not
Yeah.
his lover, dude. You'll be
There you go.
fine.
That's
dude.
true, right?
You know what
Yeah.
I've heard?
By the way, did you hear what he said on that podcast? That he was
No.
at the club and he like a couple of college girls had granddad issues and that he
Oh
took good
my
advantage
God.
of
Yeah,
it.
of course he
Oh,
would. It's OJ Simpson.
I'm like, what's wrong with you?
He
Like,
doesn't care. He thinks he's above the law. But you know what I heard? Because he's so afraid. This is what I heard. Not even TMZ told me this, or I didn't read it there. Because he's so afraid of coming face to face with the killer in LA, he has no mirrors in his house at all. No
Get the hell
reflections.
outta here. That's a good one. Yeah.
Every window in his house is
Yeah.
dirty, so
Oh.
there's no
Yeah.
I
reflection.
want to see this guy.
No.
well, we appreciate you guys so much for jumping on with us. We want to wish you guys a very happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for all of you guys for joining us every single week, every single House of Horns, every single What's Up Bolts, every single live, every single Thursday, every single whatever is your cup of tea. We appreciate you guys for always checking us out and listening to us ramble for whether it's an hour and 20 or 45 minutes or a 30-minute preview. We are thankful for you guys for helping us out and checking us out, giving us a like, giving us a comment, whatever it is. Thank you guys so much. We're thankful for you guys. But we hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving with the people that you love. Obviously, Vic will be in a car driving to back to LA. But again,
Yeah,
we
I
are
hope
so
you have a
thankful
fire
for you guys.
playlist, dude.
Yeah, we hope you guys all have a great, happy Thanksgiving. If you guys are into that Black Friday, make sure you guys stay safe.
Yeah, for
Because
real.
there are some effing weirdos out there that
You don't know who's
yeah, so
strapped.
just make sure you guys are
Stay alive out there.
yeah,
Yeah, for
exactly. But
No,
and
that's a
stay
real
warm.
thing. That's a real thing.
But again, we are so thankful for you guys. Thank you guys so much. This week there will still be preview episodes. Just because it's Turkey Day doesn't mean that the work stops. So we will have preview episodes for both games. The Rams are playing. God only knows.
No,
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Oh, Kyler Murray, Dan. What do you think about Kyler Murray?
Dumpster. Hey, better be careful. Warzone out or Fortnite or whatever the hell else is out.
Call of
Tyreek
Duty's
Hill, by the
out.
way, has a hand injury, and he said he was angry because he can't play that much Fortnite.
Who said that?
Tyreek.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
They should just.
By the way, he
They
just came out and said that catch that Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he's like, it looks easy, but it's not. It's a difficult catch to make.
He
Who said that?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
Oh, why is he protecting? God.
all right.
But
You're a coach
cares,
and
dude?
receivers.
yeah, exactly. But again, thank you guys
Stupid.
so much. Have a great Thanksgiving week. Again, happy Thanksgiving from the Compas. Thank you guys so much. For the time being, though, sabes que vámonos. Gilbert.
Dan, happy Thanksgiving to you. The Chiefs lost on primetime. Enjoy that.
Give me
Again,
another
congrats to Victor and Megan on being the newlyweds. That was
Shout out.
awesome. And Fernando, go work on your turkey skills with that dry turkey. On that note, nos vamos, pues, vámonos.